Hey, what's up guys, it's Slikk here. I'm back again with another video addressing some of the comments I've gotten recently. I do read all of the comments on my YouTube channel, and I've seen some trends among the Damian Wayne Batman videos that I've made. A lot of people seem to be disinterested in the game. These comments getting a lot of thumbs up, a lot of people sharing this resonance that they do not want another Batman video game. And although I've made a video in the past that I would love to see a Batman game really every other year, and you're not going to see me getting sick of them anytime soon, I will say this, I do really appreciate the sentiment of the notion of Batman fatigue in games, because the only thing that would disappoint me more than people saying they hate seeing Batman games now is people saying that I only want to see Batman games and I'm not interested in a Rocksteady Superman game or a WB Montreal Green Arrow game or whatever. In fact, if they made that, I would not buy that because I don't care about that. And people aren't really saying that. I mean, a few people are saying Superman sucks and he's lame and he doesn't deserve a game. At which point that triggers me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, but you know, if people have a technical argument as to why a Superman game can't be made well, that's different than people saying the character is lame and that's why I should have a game. That does trigger me, not gonna lie, but you know, I don't get triggered very easily, I suppose. But anyway, there are comments like that I see of people saying that, you know, Superman sucks and just make more Batman games. But a lot of what I've seen is that I don't want to see this Batman game. Not I don't want to see one at all, but really I don't want to see this Batman game with Damian Wayne. And there's something that I've noticed as somebody that has read Damian Wayne a decent amount of comics. I've read him mostly as Robin, and I've read him a lot as Robin, and I've seen him a lot as Robin. I just watched a movie the other day with him as Robin, Justice League vs. Teen Titans, which I had seen beforehand. But here's the point that I'm trying to get at. We often see Damian Wayne when he's freaking 12 years old, okay? That's why a lot of people don't like him. That's why a lot of people are saying, I hate this character of Damian Wayne. And yeah, I hate him in the animated movies. I do. I don't like him at all. Batman Bad Blood, Justice League vs. I mean, he's very annoying. He's intentionally written to be that way, though. That's something you have to consider. Moreover, as somebody that has read him as Batman, I just bought this the other day, Damian, Son of Batman, by Andy Kubert, I believe is how you say his last name. I've read a little bit of him in the past of that writer. But anyway, here's the point. I've read a little bit of him as Batman, but not extensively. I think that a lot of people haven't read any of him as Batman, and that's what he's going to be in this game. He's going to be Batman. And the thing about it is, once again, a lot of people have formulated their opinion on Damian Wayne as a 12-year-old Robin, okay, that is interacting with characters that you really like Dick Grayson and Bruce Wayne, and he's being an asshole to him. But he's 12, okay? Do consider that he's 12. He comes from a really, really rough background. I mean, you can't really compare it to growing up in like a single-family household because his grandfather is a freaking world. He wants to kill the whole world, basically. I mean, he's a big bad guy, of course. His mom pretty much is like pedal to the metal times 1,000 with getting him trained to be a soldier and stuff like that. His dad isn't a great dad either. People don't like when I say that, but Bruce Wayne is a horrible father, and I will never concede the point otherwise. He's a terrible dad. I firmly believe that from all that I've read of him being a dad to Damian Wayne. Okay? So he doesn't have a very strong background. I mean, if you don't have a good father and mother figure in your life, sometimes people go awry. I don't want to go too far down that road because that's a very personal topic for some people, but that's just the fact of it is. And we look at Damian Wayne as a 12-year-old, and a lot of people, again, have formulated their opinion on this little rascal off of when he's 12. It's not fair. I encourage you all, I implore you all to read Damian Wayne as Batman, because what you will realize, I've read this many different writers incarnating Damian Wayne as Batman, including the most recent one that I've read, is that he acts more like his father than anything else. He acts way more like Bruce Wayne as Batman than anything else. And in this book I just read, he's like 18 when he's Batman. Not particularly old as he'll be in the game. I presume he's going to be a little bit older. You know, I don't know exactly how old, but maybe like 30, sort of. And after Bruce Wayne is long gone in the comic that I read. But of course, it's portrayed differently every time. But here's the point. Damian Wayne is a lot more like his dad than anything else as Batman. That is just a fact. And you know, you'll read it, and generally he does not kill as Batman in most everything that you'll read, including what I just most recently read. I've never read him killing as Batman. And it's really something you don't see a lot. And again, a lot of people have formulated their hatred on a character off of when he's a little brat, okay? Of course he's a little brat, because, I mean, that's just who he is. That's his character arc, and really, Damian Wayne services the arcs of other characters more than anything else. If you read Teen Titans, you'll see that a lot, or Justice League vs. Teen Titans, the film, if you've seen that. I mean, that's very true, that really, just compared to Damian Wayne, like, everybody's cool. Everybody's a likable character compared to Damian Wayne. He's just a little brat, but also, once again, you know, you'll see stuff in Teen Titans where basically Damian Wayne makes a choice when he's rather young, around the age of 12. He basically said, am I going to go down the path of League of Shadows? Am I going to, you know, rule the world with my grandfather? Or am I going to take the road of justice? Take the road of, you know, not killing and having that being your guiding rule, but also justice and equality. And what you see in Teen Titans Rebirth is that Damian Wayne very abruptly makes the choice that he is the son of Batman, and therein, that is his path. He is no longer the successor of the League of Shadows, but he is instead the successor to Batman, really, and it's not explicitly stated when he's 12, but that's pretty much the truth of it, and he is going to follow up, because Dick Grayson will be too old by the time that he's, you know, 30, 40, Dick Grayson will be, you know, 50, 60, right? So, I mean, the timeline doesn't work out in that sense. So he will be the next Batman. He's destined to be so, and that's what I think that they're trying to do with the video game, and a lot of the backlash again to the character is really confounded with the fact that if you read him as Batman, he's a lot more like Batman than maybe people are willing to admit. Not to say he's identical, but he feels very bad about how he almost has let his father down. He values that very deeply, and a lot of what we see him being a brat when he's so young is that he doesn't feel that he's living up to his father's expectations after he makes that decision that he is going to be the son of Batman and not the granddaddy, or the grandson, rather, of Ra's al Ghul and be the successor of the League of Shadows. And that's something that I think is important to note personally. And something to consider. I will be doing a full video on the most recent book that I read. This is the New 52, Damian, Son of Batman. And again, he's been Batman many times in the past, and I could do lore videos on that if you'd like. But I'm going to do an in-depth recap and explain the story of this book and really highlight what I think is many of the likable characteristics of Damian Wayne, and how when he is Batman, he definitely still has a snarky attitude about him, right? He's not Bruce Wayne. But I also want to highlight that if you're a fan of Bruce Wayne, you're probably going to like Damian Wayne as Batman as well. And I want to show that in the comic book form. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to give it a thumbs up. Let me know your thoughts on the Damian Wayne Batman game. I mean, a lot of people have left your comments. So really what I want to hear is your thoughts on Damian Wayne as a character. Like, have you been experienced to Damian as an adult, or is your opinion on him and therein your hatred? I really want to hear from people that hate the character and say they're, you know, not looking forward to the game because Damian Wayne sucks and is a little bitch and etc. I get he's a little bitch, but he's 12, you know what I mean? So I've made my point clear. That's just my opinion and why I like Damian Wayne as a character, as Batman in particular. So I'll see you guys in the comments of this video, and we'll chat there.